I'm just going to disable my screen sharing.
I can't believe it's so complicated. I thought technology was meant to make things less complicated.
You know what? Some entrepreneur someday will make it not complicated.
I know, but it's just I mean, we're basically trying to share things over 3 platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
It is ridiculous that we even have to go to these lengths.
I mean, it is seriously ridiculous. I can't see any stream at the moment. I'm not probably going to watch the stream myself.
Right.
I don't want to interfere with feedback, but I might watch it.
Okay, let me check on my end and see if I can see it.
It is our card, the Immortal, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
I see one that says live now. Yes.
Is that you, or is that us not? Is that our...
I see one that says
see
live
our-
now.
Yeah.
Oh, holy hell. Let me mute this. 1 second. Holy hell. Let me mute this. 1 second.
I'll go back to it. Hang on, I can't see that one. No, I still can't see it.
That's weird. All I did was navigate to my page to find it. That's weird. All I did was navigate to my page to find it.
I'm just asking on Twitter if anyone else can see it. It's not private feed. It's not private feed, is it, or someone that
Let me double check.
It's not private feed.
Let me double check. It says 2 watching.
It must be mine. I've just asked if anyone else can see it. I mean,
It says
right.
2 watching.
Yaila says that she can see it now.
Aha.
That must be. Can you send the link? I can't see it. So basically, people have been watching who have just been talking about how the stream isn't online, like a couple of, things really, and making ourselves look. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Is that on? Are we on? Yes, I think we are. If we are, I can see it.
All's well that ends well.
Excellent. Yes.
All good.
Right. So, I can see your wash basket. Is that the one?
Most likely.
Yeah, obviously your
All's
wash
well that ends
basket
well.
and a nice patterned rug or anything like that. We're watching right now.
Oh my god, I'm getting a ton of feedback from the time loop.
Most likely. You probably mute it.
I'm trying to figure out how to mute it without disallowing other people from hearing.
I'm getting a ton of feedback from the time loop.
Yeah, a little bit of feedback. I mean, it's much better than it was. At least we can actually hear people hear each other in real time.
Yeah,
So,
if we speak a little bit slowly, and if we pipe down a little bit when our past selves are blaring too loudly, it should be fine.
okay, yeah, sure. So,
If we speak a little bit slowly,
maybe it's
and if
audio
we
is
pipe down a little bit when our past selves are blaring too loudly, it should be fine.
Okay, audio should be better now.
right, just put it through the speaker and things like that. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me perfectly okay? Like held the phone or something like that.
Okay. Audio should be better now.
Are you moving stuff around? Yeah, you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Can they hear you?
Okay.
I think so. It's all gone black on the screen now, but I hope people can hear better now.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I can hear you perfectly. Can they hear you?
Hold on.
I think so. It's all gone black on the screen now, but I hope people can hear better now. Still says we're live. I think we might have lost
That's
the.
not good. I can hear you perfectly. Can they hear you? Hold on.
There we are. So I can see the feed a bit better. Yes, I can see your room, your wash basket, things like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just have the camera pointed the wrong direction.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can see a wash basket, yeah. I mean, is that your place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just have the camera pointed the wrong direction.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can see
Oh, no. I had the camera pointed that direction on purpose because I wanted them to be able to see the screen.
Yeah. No, I had the camera pointed that direction.
Well, as long as people can
them to be able to
hear
see
what's being said,
the screen.
Indeed.
I suppose that's the main thing.
No, I had the camera pointed that direction.
Right. All right. I think we're good.
Okay, yeah. If everyone's happy, that's great. Yeah, I mean, people can
All right.
go back to the stream and watch it, and as long as people can, if Ross or someone wants to watch this back or whatever, as long as you can hear me and
It's going to be like torture listening to this back, so that's just amusing to contemplate.
yeah.
It's going to be like torture listening to this back, so that's just amusing to contemplate.
Can you hear better now? Yes.
It's going to be like torture listening to this back, so that's...
Okay, so do you have any thoughts about free will? Do you have a position on it?
Free will. Well, free will to me means
Okay, so do you have any thoughts about free will? Do you have
well,
a position
I
on it?
suppose I mean I wouldn't call it a religious thing, but it would go back to the definition in the Bible, the first book of Genesis, when God gave humans free will. And I don't mean that as a religious argument, but I mean it to mean that even 6,000 years ago, one of the first of the holy books recognized that we have free will,
Right.
and that we are living in a non-linear universe.
Right.
Okay.
And it's free will that would make us unpredictable and makes us unique of any other creature within the universe, any other being, any other matter in the universe, and that we are entirely unpredictable as human beings.
Okay.
That sort of thing you're looking at?
Well, I mean, some of that, yes, and some of that, I would say, is a mischaracterization of it, but that's besides the point, I suppose.
Well, I mean, some of that, yes, and some of that, I would say, is a mischaracterization of it.
Let me
but,
think about it.
That's besides the point, I suppose.
Are you aware of the arguments made by luminaries such as Sam Harris and et al. That there is no such thing as free will, scientifically speaking?
Luminaries such as Sam Harris et al. That there is no such thing as free will, scientifically speaking.
I mean, if you're going to say something like there's no such thing as free will, I mean, that's a big statement. You would then have to expand on that. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's important for it to not be an unfalsifiable claim, right?
but
Well, yeah, I mean, it's important for it to not be an unfalsifiable claim, right?
As to what you mean. I mean, if you're saying there is no free will, people will wait with bated breath. Go on.
Right. But they're so convinced that they've proven this hypothesis that they have that they call you foolish to even entertain the notion of even compatibilism with the two sides of the argument.
They call you foolish to even entertain the notion of
Say what?
even compatibilism.
There was obviously
with the two sides of the argument.
you would think
Say what?
Free will. I mean, even primitive people. I mean, you're looking at the books of the Bible written 6,000 years ago, at the time of the first civilizations, and these very first, very primitive civilizations.
Right.
We're talking about free will. We're mentioning free will.
Okay, I mean,
and so this is an idea. Free will is an idea. You must now make that argument.
Okay, but I mean, I'm saying they did make the argument, and in their view, they made it completely, and now they won.
So what is the argument then?
Oh well, that's the argument is. Their argument is that we do live in a linear universe.
We do live in a linear universe. So is that sort of a religious argument then?
No. It's a scientific argument.
No. It's a scientific.
A scientific argument, because I mean, you might make that argument if you were saying we live in a linear universe. I mean, that would strike me as being an almost religious argument. For saying it would be like the Christians would say, God knows everything that is going to happen. God makes everything happen.
Yeah, it is just like that.
My nose right now is something that God has made
Oh,
happen. So
Eddie, I entirely agree with your assessment of their argument.
Eddie, I entirely agree with your
It's just they're replacing the entity God with the entity fate.
They're replacing the entity God with the entity
so everything
fate.
Okay, so there is no. If we live in a linear universe, do you not think there are thoughts which people might have thoughts which they don't?
No, that's
Somebody might
a priori. That's to them. In their view, that's a priori impossible due to the nature of a linear universe.
That's a priori impossible due to the nature of a linear universe.
Okay, so for example, somebody might lie in bed and think, right, I'm going to get up in 5 minutes, and then they get up and then they forget all about that, and then lie in a bit longer, and that thought that they have has not influenced anything in any way. They've still had that thought, and they have made, for example, that decision themselves. You see what I mean?
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Say that one more time.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. Say that one more time.
If there is free will, if there is no free will, we might do something privately that nobody else sees, that influences nobody, that influences nothing. But we make the decision to we make the decision to do something, and seemingly it has had no effect, but we are the ones who have decided to do that.
Okay.
It works to no purpose.
Okay.
You know, I might absolutely pick up a book, I might put it down, that's something that I've decided to do. It has no influence on my thoughts. It has no influence on anything, no influence on the universe.
Well, I would say everything has some degree of influence.
Well, I would say everything
when
has
you talk
some
about
degree of
linear,
influence.
Oh yeah. Right.
A computer game is linear.
Oh yeah.
If you play a computer game, game. If you play, have you ever played Final Fantasy?
I'm familiar with it.
If you're familiar with Final Fantasy, everything in Final Fantasy,
I'm familiar.
or in a computer game, works to a certain end, and it can only really work to that end, or you get defeated, or you get killed. I mean, you might choose a few different paths, but ultimately, if you want to progress in the game, your path is ultimately going to be defeating that boss.
Right, and the argument that they're making is that we live in a quantitatively more complex, but not qualitatively different world than a computer game.
More complex, but not qualitatively different world than a computer game.
So we are working. It would suggest that we are working towards an end. Then, if something is linear, it means that we're working towards an end.
Yes, but they can't prove it from the standpoint of demonstrating the end. They can only prove it in their minds. They prove it by seeing that things lead to other things, and they assume that there could be no other thing other than things leading to things.
They assume that there could be no other things other than
you progress
things
from
leading
one
to
stage
things.
to another in a series of sequential steps.
Right.
So that's what and we are progressing.
Right.
So we have a certain goal and we are progressing
Right.
towards that.
Whereas, in my view, things happen in a probabilistic way.
Whereas, in my view, things happen in a probabilistic
If
way.
that's a linear argument, that's an argument of.
My argument is nonlinear.
That's a religious argument.
Yes, I agree
My
that
argument is nonlinear.
I agree that their argument is religious in nature.
Yes, I agree that that their argument
for
is
example,
religious in nature.
If there was a God and it was the Christian perception was true that God knows everything that is going to happen, God knows when everything is going to happen, every single move that we make is ordained by God.
Yes.
Then we would be living in a linear universe. I mean, people say, it's God's will or God works in a certain way.
Right.
That can only really be a religious viewpoint, surely.
Sure. I mean, the characterization religious is by itself a little bit dangerous, just because depending on how far you want to reduce that down, any philosophy is a religion.
Depending on how far you want to reduce that down, any philosophy.
Well, to some extent, but I mean, there's the mystic philosophy. I mean, there's people like A.C. Grayling who say they're philosophers, and they're certainly not religious. And Friedrich Nietzsche.
I have a non-standard definition of religiosity. I consider it to be any sort of acting upon one's moral or ethical code.
Any sort of acting
Okay,
upon
I mean, that might
one's moral
other
or
people
ethical
might use
code.
the term humanist.
I mean, I don't dispute the use of other terms as well. I just think that religiosity still applies as
I
well.
don't dispute the use of other terms as well. I just think
Humanist would
that
be somebody like
religiosity still
Richard
applies as well.
No, but I'm making the claim that
that they are good without God.
right. I'm making the claim that
They would reject the idea that they are
Right. I'm making the
practicing
claim
some
that
sort of religion.
yeah, I understand, but I also have a different conception of God. I consider myself a Gnostic atheist, which is to say I think that I'm sure there is no such thing as God, but at the same time, the cultural construct known as God, I think we created that to have a word for what we view as the perfect versions of ourselves. And so in that sense, I believe that we all are sort of worshiping our own potential. So that would apply equally to people that believe in a God myth versus people that just believe in other systems of morality.
Okay,
other systems of morality.
you might say in the great expanse of the universe as large as it is, say the universe began with a big bang and it's going to end in the big crush. The universe will begin and the universe will end, and we are human beings stuck on this tiny little rock in some insignificant part of the universe, and there is nothing we can do in the great scheme of things about the universe. So to that extent, the universe can be linear, in which it will begin, and at a certain point it will end, contract in on itself and burn out or whatever. That there will be a beginning and an end, but within that, we, as intelligent creatures on however insignificant
You broke up for a second.
You broke up for a second.
Hello, Eddie?
Hello, Eddie?
Damn.
Hello, Eddie?
Hey, I lost you there for a sec.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know.
Hey, I lost you there for a second.
Yeah, okay. Can I just say, I can see on the YouTube video, I must make it clear when you're watching the YouTube video, I don't actually look as shit as this in real life, because I feel you're just pretending to lie. I have to catch a side of myself on the YouTube video, and I thought, my God, I look like that.
I understand. I feel the same way.
I understand. I feel the same way.
Uh-oh. It looks like we might have a bad connection or something. Oh, okay, I see you again. Yeah, you're coming through now.
It looks like we might have a bad connection.
I lost it for a minute. Yeah, I just made it again.
Yeah, you're coming through now.
Yeah, so we're talking about the great expanse of the universe, that we can still influence our own little part. We may not be able to influence our part of the universe in that sense. The universe is linear, but the world in which we inhabit is not this.
Right. Now I can barely hear you, Eddie.
Right. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Now I can barely hear you.
Sorry about that. Must have been too far away.
Yeah, with the very poor technology we're using, it's just
Very poor technology. I mean, it's good 3,000 miles away.
With the very poor technology we're using, it's just
Yeah.
so as far like I think it's important to concede that the universe is linear the way you described, but there's also it's important in my view to how do I want to say this?
It's important in my view
To address the concept of not only what you said about there being within that linear some nonlinear stuff, but also outside of that linear. Hi.
I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't know if it's your end or my end or what. I don't know.
I really can't tell. Anyway, the only point I was trying to make just now was I think it's important to concede that the universe is linear to a degree, like you were describing with the Big Bang and the Big Crush. But I think that it's equally important, at least, to address the concept that you were alluding to about what happens within that linear event, and also to the degree that this is even a sensical thing to say outside of that linear event that is the universe. I mean, there must be some sort of physical outside that exists, even if we don't even possess the correct words to describe it. Oh dear. All right. Well, I mean, at this point, I've already far more than satisfied my skepticism.
At this point, I've already far more than satisfied my skepticism.
Hey, Eddie. I'm sorry that this bullshit keeps happening.
I'm listening on YouTube, so I still hear what
Hey,
you're saying.
Eddie, I'm sorry that this bullshit keeps happening.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything you just said. It was just too quiet.
Sorry, yes, you say you've satisfied yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you just said. It was just too quiet.
At that time, I was talking over you in the time loop.
Okay, you say you've satisfied yourself over something?
At that time, I was talking over you in the time
loop. I've satisfied myself that you would be more than qualified to moderate a debate on this topic.
I've satisfied myself that you would be more than qualified to moderate a debate.
Honestly, I would much rather have the conversation with you than Ross.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's good. We must talk again anytime. But I've got you on Facebook now, so if you ever feel like that.
Indeed. Hopefully we'll be able to set this up in a more sane way in the future.
No, let's hope so. I mean, it's hopefully we'll be able to set this up in a more sane way. Anyway, I mean, it's over a few thousand miles. We can work it out and see how it goes. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, thanks for making time for me, Eddie. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll speak to you soon, Chris. I might make a quick.
Well, thanks for making time for me, Eddie. I appreciate it.
See what you're all up to. Okay, Chris. Nice to talk
Hey,
to you.
good luck cleaning out your office.
Thank you. Yes. See you later. Thank you.
You too.
Hey, good luck cleaning out your office.
Yes. See you later. Thank you.
You too. Hey, good luck cleaning out your office.